Welcome back to Hi-Diddily-Ho, Neighborino, episode 4. Name of the episode?
There's no disgrace like home.
We got Stevie Stewart, Seth Stewart joining us for the first time.
Hello.
And James Ruff. And this episode we're calling...
I already forgot. Oh, I got you guys. Don't correct him, Brat.
That is exactly what it is. Okay.
Good episode.
Oh yeah, I liked it. It was pretty good.
It was a lot better
It was
than I
kind of
expected.
depressing.
It was kind of sad in a way. I see that.
Like, Homer's like... I think of Homer, like, because of the episodes I've watched, and this one, like, all the episodes we've watched so far in the first season, Homer's kind of sad. Like, he literally tries to commit suicide in the second one.
Yeah.
This one, he's really down.
That was the third one.
Third one, it's been a week, I'm sorry.
He was just trying to impress his boss.
Yeah, and then it's like he looked around. I guess that's the thing. It's like, you shouldn't look into... I guess they literally were looking at other people's houses.
Yeah.
Well,
They were spying.
Tell the people a brief summary of what this episode was, though.
So they
They haven't
go.
seen it.
Homer takes the family to a company picnic at Mr. Burns' mansion.
Smithers is yellow this time.
Yeah, Smithers is yellow. We also see Lou,
Who is yellow?
who is yellow. Same voice, but he's yellow.
He's a white person that talks like a black person, apparently.
So they go to the family picnic. Homer feels inferior with the family. The kids are acting up, all that sort of stuff. He leaves, and he's seeing all these other families that are happy just naturally. He tries bribing Bart to like curry favor with Mr. Burns. That doesn't go well. And then he spends the rest of the episode trying to make the family better because he wants the family to be happy. To make
So
him happy.
they end up selling their TV to pay to go to some family therapist thing.
Dr. Monroe.
And it doesn't work out.
The
And-
first appearance of Dr.
Yeah.
Marvin Monroe.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
He came back to life, though. He was running in the old episode. He was running alive again.
He's not alive yet.
He's
We're not there yet.
not dead yet either.
Hey, I don't care.
Still needs to be acknowledged.
Yeah. So I thought it was pretty interesting. It was kind of funny. Like sitting here, I just realized, like, oh yeah, Homer literally took the family around to look in other people's houses and be like, look how great their life is. And it's like, no, they're not happy either. I mean, they end up at the therapist's office, and the super happy family, which was portrayed with like halos. And like they're gonna fly to heaven, is in there with the mom and the father separated by the children.
I have a point. And kind of a question. They never really learned a lesson from all this. They just kind of like, oh, therapy didn't work out. Let's buy a new TV.
Yeah,
and
you know
have it."
what?
Let's buy a better TV.
This is the first time that no one learned a lesson in that episode. Because the first three, there was a lesson.
Unless the lesson's like, our family's good as it is already.
Yeah,
No, that's right.
it's kind of what they learned, but it's like very subtle. It's not over the. It's not.
They don't hit you in the face with it. You gotta think about it.
Yeah, I guess you just have to kind of infer. Oh, they're happy now. Which was
He trying too hard to compare his family's life to other people's lives instead of realizing how great it was on its own merit.
Now, was it me, or was this the first time that they'd kind of like gone extra in the fact that it's like Homer was looking around and he saw them with the halos and the light coming down from heaven, and then he saw the family and they all looked demonic and they were in a hellscape. Like that sort of like change of scenery and everything was like new for the series.
I guess so, but it's the fourth episode.
Yeah, it just seemed kind of funny that it's like 3 episodes in. Okay, we're going off the deep end. The Homer's seeing stuff.
Just wait till you see Homer eat that chili pepper and see how far it
Well,
goes
see,
off the deep end.
that makes sense in the story though, because that would be him like taking a hallucinogen. This was just him like be like, no, there's demons. I see them as demons. It's like really weird.
I liked it. Good imagery.
Yeah,
All right, what do you think the funniest part was for you in this episode?
nothing really stood out to me, honestly. Maybe the funniest thing to me, like the funniest image, was the sea of like jello people brought. I love that. Cut to that, and it's just jello everywhere. And they're all going.
And Mr. Burns is like, He's like, I know I shouldn't have told people I like jello.
That one time. Or it's like, oh, that's great.
I felt like there was another really funny line that I laughed at.
A line I liked,
can't remember
and I
what it
know
was.
it's what you like too, was when he was talking about God. He's like, you're omnivorous.
He said, I know you're omnivorous, talking about omnipresence.
That was really fun. That was really good. That might have been like the best like delivered joke. I thought the visual joke was that one. Or maybe
There was another
when
one that was pretty
Homer's
good.
like, what are we doing? The foam padding, these bats are covered in foam padding. They don't do anything. Bart's like, oh, it's much better without the foam padding. He's like, oh, that doesn't work. And he whacks him in the knee with it.
Yeah.
It felt like it took a long time to get to the plot where it's like, okay, we're going to go to therapy. Like, it was really far in the episode when they introduced Dr. Marvin Monroe and the whole,
That is kind of true.
family therapy.
Because they were about 3/4 of the way through before that part happened.
Yeah, as soon as that part is like, I saw the time on the DVD player. I was like, well, this is going to end really fast.
I wonder if that's why the sort of conclusion of, oh, they learned a lesson, like, didn't happen. So, like, we don't have time for it. Cut it. It's just, like, people have to be smart enough to understand that they're just happy as they are.
Be
or
happy
they're
as
just,
who you are. Right?
Or they're just happy because they have a TV. Because the Simpsons seem to be just very, like, base. Just like, oh, yeah, we're
TV
happy
is
with
great.
the TV. I hate him. I hate him. I don't like anyone here.
Lesson learned, if you're ever just upset about your family, just buy a nicer TV.
I guess so. I mean, it
Don't you
works
think
for
it's
'em.
weird how much different this Homer is in the first season than the Homer we're used to?
I feel like they're all very different. Like, Homer the most, but, like,
Homer would never sell the TV.
They must have just been trying to figure out who they wanted their characters to be.
Yeah, they're I can
They're
see it.
experimenting.
because
a little
I
bit.
feel like
To see
Marge,
how the fans react.
I feel like Marge still has, like, no personality.
Let's not forget, Marge got really drunk in this episode.
That
was great.
I did totally agree with that. That was,
She was all goofy.
she was super, like, she was animated so great. Like, when she's in there, like, smiling in the car, and she's just got her upper lip is way out here, and the squigglies all the way back. I'm like, that, yeah, she looks drunk as shit.
And as a sexy MILF, it's good to see Marge drunk.
What we tell you about beating on the table?
Yeah.
I tapped it.
It's just,
It was, overall, I enjoyed it. Like, it
I
felt,
think it was one of the best episodes so far. It was definitely better than Bart the Genius.
I really liked the part where they went around and were looking at the other families. Cause, like, the little bit they
Because that's what you do in your free time.
The first one was creepy, like where they get these big smiles, and they moved on. And it's like the grandmother and the grandfather, and like the little kid. It's, I think I heard something rustling in the bushes. I did too. Get the gun,
boy.
and it's
Get
like,
my gun.
get my gun. And
Then he just comes
Well,
out
listen,
and he shoots. He don't even look.
That was the funny line. I remember now. Homer and Bart were trying to figure out what they were saying, and he walks off in that room, and Homer's like, "He's such a good boy. He's probably gonna go get his dad his pipe and slippers."
Because Lisa's like, where's he going? He walks into the other room, which is funny because like they see the kid leaving, but presumably the grandfather's still sitting there. Then he's outside with the gun.
I also like how he shoots the gun. They run, and then they stop, and then Homer just casually walks away.
Yeah, they get behind a wall, and they're like, oh well.
Well, the thing is, he literally walked outside the door, shot the gun, and they took off then.
Yeah.
But I feel like they were right at the door. They would have died.
Yeah. The rest of the Simpsons from here on is a dream because they're all dead.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not the episode of season 4 where Homer blows up
That
the house.
wraps up the series.
So
It was great though. Then they go and they're like, "Oh, look at this chump's house. It's so like it must be awful here." Yeah, I'm trampling his flower bed. Homer, this is our house.
yeah, that was a good Simpsons joke. That's something that you're gonna see a lot more of in this
Yeah.
series, I think.
Like when they had the window and everything, I was like, "Oh, this is their house, isn't it?" And then they did the joke. I was like, "Oh, that's great."
It's like they're starting to really find their humor in this
It's
episode.
happening pretty quickly too. Like from the first episode to this one, it's really like taking leaps and bounds and like getting closer to what I remember and
Yeah.
know as like the Simpsons humor.
Because I'm used to like episodes where I don't remember every funny thing happening because there was so many. These you can kind of pinpoint a little every funny
Yeah.
thing.
I love comedy where people trash on themselves. It's funny. Like that. Oh, our house is shitty.
Yeah. I do love
You
that.
are
Like,
married with children, don't you?
Yes.
I do love that
Oh, that's a great show.
Homer came back
We
from
should
like.
do that one next.
I do love that Homer like came back after that. But he went to Moe's, and he ran into Lou and who's the other
Eddie.
guy? Eddie. He ran to them. The dog was like wanted to like get Homer, and
Oh yeah. I have a couple wieners in my pocket.
but Homer comes back to the house. The entire family's sitting on the couch and like floor eating, watching TV. He comes in, just turns his office like, everyone go to the dining room table. We're gonna eat dinner in there. And they go in there and they start just chowing down. Like, no, we gotta say grace first. And then Bart does his says grace was saying rub a dub dub. Thanks for the grub.
Homer's like, thank you for our bountiful microwavable meal.
But to me, I remember them like eating at the dining room table a lot.
That's usually where you see them eating at. Like,
Yeah.
post this episode. From what I remember.
Like there's something that carries on. Like they usually eat at the dining room table from now on.
Yeah.
But I feel like they also eat at the kitchen table a lot for some reason. Am I just imagining
They
that?
was there for breakfast.
Okay, that must be what it is. But it's like, that is a weird thing that like carries on through the series from here on. It's like they eat at the dining room table.
That's what I love about the earlier seasons. There's actually some continuity to it. It's not all just like, this is just a random episode. This is just a random episode.
It was more of like a straight out show rather than a situation comedy like it has became in the
I think I was telling
later years.
I think I compared that in like episode 1 where it's like later on it's like they always end up back at square one.
Yeah.
Like go through this whole story and they end up back where they started, and it's like they start here and they do end up somewhere else.
Yeah.
They learn lessons and it carries on.
Yeah, I mean they got the bigger TV at the end, and
Yep.
that carried on until they went digital, right?
Yeah.
2010s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Season 20. Halfway through season 20. I think that's when they changed the intro.
Now, did you say what your favorite joke was?
I said several. I don't remember which one was the favorite.
Because my favorite thing was the jello. His was omnivorous.
The wieners in the pocket's pretty
The
funny.
way-
Wieners in
the
the pocket
pocket
was
might have
pretty
been
funny.
He's
That
like,
was,
oh, sorry, I have some wieners in my pocket.
It's like, who does that? That's why it's
Homer.
funny.
I mean, honestly, if Homer had wieners in his pocket and that's
I
why a
wouldn't be
dog was
surprised.
after him, that would make total sense to me. Like, seriously, if
Now,
Homer got...
you know what? That actually reminds me. There's an episode later on where a dog's chasing Homer, and he's like, "Oh crap!" And he pulls out some sausages like he's gonna distract the dog, and he just eats them himself so he can run faster.
But wait a second, why was the dog barking at him in the first place?
It was because they had been looking for the person prowling houses. And it's like, okay, I can't get that, but it's like, did they have anything for the dog to sniff? Like, I guess maybe Homer just smells very distinctively.
Unless he was just using that line to hide from the fact that he was the one the dog was barking at. I guess, I don't know.
Well, the dog was definitely after him because they had been looking around those houses.
Maybe it's just showing
Okay,
how
that
stupid
makes
the
more
cops-
sense to me. I just had forgot that part happened. I thought that happened after the them looking through houses.
I get what you mean. It was... I liked it overall.
What you rate it?
I kind of want to give it like a 6 out of 10.
I'd give it a 6.3.
What did I rate? What did we rate the last one? 7?
I did 7 on the last one.
Do you think that episode's better than this one?
I think I enjoyed that one a little more.
I think it's a good, entertaining episode.
Yeah.
But it's not like I'm gonna remember this episode and like laugh when I think about quotes.
The
all
part I
the time.
remember,
I see that.
like I remember like 2 parts, like just overall from at this episode. It's the part where they go to the picnic. Cause I remember like the sack race and stuff. I didn't remember anything about Marge getting drunk or them like getting in the fountain and all that. And I remember the family therapy with the shocking. Because we didn't even talk about the shocking part.
Well, like looking back, like watching it again, I remember most of the episode. But the thing that like I were like, if you were talking about first season, I'd be like, I remember them doing the family thing where they're shocking each other.
Yeah, that's about it. And that part's really not even that funny.
It's like very small. Like it comes right at the end, and then like from there they're like, oh, they get double their money and they're gone.
Yeah.
Like
I remember that happening. But I do remember like all the stuff like Mark getting drunk and the jello. I remember seeing that before my.
Yeah, but like if somebody talk about Simpsons, you're never gonna go back. Oh, you remember this episode?
I'd have to go real deep to get to. Oh yeah. The episode where Homer is really.
And I do
sad
think it's
about his
pretty.
family.
It's a pretty historical episode. The first one with Dr. Marvin. Let's not forget Mark.
Dr. Marvin.
I'd probably give it a 6.
It's also the first time we get Yellow Smithers.
Yeah, Smithers is not black. They changed him from being black to being gay in this episode, I guess.
We don't know that he wasn't black and gay in the previous.
He didn't act very homosexual in that episode, at least.
He did say the word fabulous twice.
Did he?
Yeah.
I missed that. I did love the part where Mr. Burns is like giving his speech to people. He's at the card, and he's like, "Thank you all for being here."
That's a pretty running Simpsons joke if you ever pay attention to it.
Let's not forget the boy, Brat.
Like, don't correct him, Brat.
He's like, it's Bart. He's like, don't correct him, Brat.
Which I thought was funny because he had his thumb over Bart's name very clearly. He moves it and still says it wrong. Which didn't make any sense. It's not like he messed up somehow. He's moved the stuff off it and revealed Bart and said Brat. And it's like, okay.
That might be the funniest joke.
Yeah. That was also pretty good when they first arrive and Homer leans over. Simpson. Homer. Like, last name, first name. Like, he knows Smithers has the file in, like, alphabetical last name order.
That's typically how it works.
But, like, Homer knows that. Which is funny to me.
Well, you got anything else to say about
6.3, 6, what was your rating?
I gave it a 6.
6.
There's no disgrace like home.
Alright, that'll wrap up episode number 4 of Hi-Diddily-Ho, Neighborino.
Hi-Diddily-Ho, Neighborino.
Hi-Diddily-Ho, Neighborino.
We'll see you on the other side of the hedge.